Welcome back to Ceres. My name is Tia. Hey, so I'm going to be doing something really different tonight. I received a lot of emails. They really loved the Geo-Political read that I've done on, I typically like to do them on the Celtic Sabbats. Tomorrow's Beltane. So some like neo-pagans or pagans will relate to that as the Wheel of the Year. You can look that up to understand that. I will probably do a separate video talking about that because I did get some emails about me talking about that. Tonight, though, I'm going to be using the ancient 10 card tarot spread that I've used before that you guys liked. I'm just going to show that to you really quick. Okay, just so that you know what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to slide this in here. All right. I have no idea why this thing is constantly always giving me a freaking problem, you guys. I need to buy a different ling ray. What do they call it? I called it a ling ray, whatever that is. Okay, and then I'll just hold up the cards as I normally do. Okay. Sorry. Again, hi, I'm Tia Ceres. If you've never been to a Geo-Political reading, don't get freaked out or anything. When I opened this channel, I really had no intention. I never wanted to put political things on it because it was really more about opening up to psychic abilities and things like that. But you know, I'm going to give you a little bit. I'm burning white sage. I'm just clearing the energy here real quick. Yeah, so I'm not, this is not going to be a biased opinion, okay? I don't care how you vote or which side you, I mean, you know what I mean? They're all kind of crooked and screwed up in my opinion right now. But, we're reading some pretty intense energies in these type of reads. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to open by starting some channeling. And I was meditating this afternoon. Well, to be completely honest with you, I was very, very busy week and was kind of late to opening up. I don't know why I'm screaming. Forgive me. It's because I can never tell with the microphone that I have. Sometimes it's difficult to hear me on the videos, which I will purchase a microphone. But first I'm going to start, I'm going to do, I guess it's not, I mean, it is channeling because it's messages that came through in a meditation that I had. I was kind of late this week into getting into like opening up all the zodiac charts. It's just been incredibly busy. Please forgive me. And so I jotted down, I have some stuff from a meditation that I did, and also I jotted down some notes when I was kind of reviewing what's kind of happening astrologically, okay? I am not very well studied in astrology, so I don't go too deep into that, but I will in the description box below. I'm going to put the sources that I used. I'm pretty, okay. Listen, it's the new moon in Taurus. Tomorrow's Beltane. So tonight, like right now, I mean, we're getting close to sunset is when the partial solar eclipse will, I think it's going to be like 64% of the sun is covered. But, so, okay, I'm just going to go and then I'll jump into our reading. But this is not going to be a love read. So if you're looking for something like that, there's a ton of them on my channel. Please feel free to dig in. Okay, so today, April 30th, 2022, is a black moon eclipse. Yeah. So the black moon eclipse is believed to like bring in a lot of comfort, a lot of protection in our lives. Okay. So it's traditionally said that, now is, like I was saying something about it earlier today, it's like this is the time, not only is it a new moon, but it's a black moon, meaning an eclipse. It's kicking off eclipse season, right? What's a black moon? I mean, well, there's like several definitions, okay? You can like go online and like research this yourself, and I think you should, right? Because then you kind of become a little bit more attached to the information that you're receiving, right? But like a black moon, like, like where I'm kind of steady is always going to be more like Celtica, which has some hermetic, overtones. Christianity always number one, and okay, for those who don't really, okay, my biggest thing always is, how can you be a Christian and believe in astrology and magic and blah, blah, blah? Who created the planets in the solar system? Do you believe that God did that? So if there's truth in those energies, who created that, right? Okay. What's a black moon, though? It has several definitions. Most commonly refers to, it's always a second new moon in a singular calendar month. If you get into any esoteric study or occult study, we don't do magic on a black moon, okay? And there's a lot of reasons for that, and that's up to you to check out. But in terms of manifesting, like I was saying, the black moon eclipse is believed to bring a lot of comfort and protection into our lives, okay? It's traditionally said that initiating a plan or planting new seeds done in a dark moon because from a spiritual point of view, all those things have to happen in our mind in the dark before the seeds have to be planted in your mind, right? When you're setting intentions, especially on a dark moon or a partial solar eclipse on a new moon, okay? If those seeds are planted in your mind, they need to be planted in the dark before they manifest into the physical world. Anybody who's ever had a garden or planted flowers, you understand that. And that's true. Like the ancients, they planted their seeds on a dark moon so that there's less light. So it was less likely that critters would come and dig them back up, right? You were more likely to have a crop, right? Right? Okay. All of that aside, this is an excellent time. New moon is always an excellent time, but this is the beginning of eclipse season. It's a dark moon. So this is the very best time for you to set your intentions, plant your seeds. Sorry, I got like a itch. Hang on a second. we keep it real on this channel, right? Yeah, I mean, this is new moon in Taurus. So what's Taurus like? Taurus is all about comfort and overindulgence. But you know what else more than that? Taurus is an achiever. Taurus speaks that energy. The Taurus energies speak to us about manifestation. Great manifester, okay? Because Taurus wants to be secure, wants to be comfortable, okay? Really, I mean, I was saying, I was like really kind of running late on like really getting into the chart, opening the charts and stuff like that. And I opened it up and I was actually pleasantly surprised because we've been through some really dark, heavy stuff because of that Saturn square the nodes or whatever. Yeah. I kind of took some notes about that, but I'm just going to kind of wrap it up in a nutshell, or this video is going to get unbelievably long. And honestly, I'm not that well studied in astrology, so what I'm going to do is kind of give you the highlights and the feelings and the meditation that I had, and then we're just going to move on to our reading, because I'm reading actually geopolitical energy tonight. I'm not doing love reads. Make sure you know that, because there's a ton of love reads on the channel, and then, you know, you'll have to pick one of those. So what was kind of coming through to me in my own personal, this is my personal read, by the way. And most of you kind of know that just based on your own personal experiences, is that 2020 and 2021 were more of an, I mean, everything's friggin' wild on the global scale right now, okay, energetically, wild, right? It's been prophesized for thousands and thousands of years, though, so this is not for psychics and energy readers that I learned from and stuff like that. But I didn't really, I mean, I didn't choose this. It chose me, right? But yeah, it was so external that, like, I mean, to say that everything was like put into like literally like a wood chipper and shredded is, to say the least. I mean, shoot, you know, like a lot of you don't know, but maybe some of you do who normally watch. Like, I worked in the beauty industry for 25 years, and I mean, this is not at the same salon, but the salon, I mean, she lost, well, they shut salons down. Private, you know, small businesses are still extremely, if they are even still there, they're still struggling. So it was all very externally crazy. Well, 2022 has been very internally crazy, right? Very internally wild, right? I mean, and trying to like really move past some really intense, dark energy that's it's very, you know, so I was really pleasantly surprised when I was checking in on all the sources that I typically go for and stuff. We're moving into an easier cycle, okay? Because Taurus on a black moon is like, it's going to be kind of, you feel it in the music, right? It's kind of sexy. It's going to be kind of sexy. We need some of that, you know? It's been too heavy. I know all of you felt it. Yeah, I mean, some of these, when I'm meditating, it's very difficult for me to even make out what I was writing, because I kind of auto-write or whatever. I do it with my left hand, because my left hand's more receptive. And I'm right-handed, so any of you who understand like auto-writing like that. So it's kind of giving us like You know, if you were like climbing up a mountain and like the soil is moving under your feet and you're losing ground and you're sliding back down the mountain, Taurus energy coming into this new moon is going to kind of give us that foothold to kind of push ourselves, hoist ourselves, if you will. So we're not sliding backwards because well, I mean, I'm just sitting here saying I kept feeling this same cycle, the same material cycle happening no matter what I did, right? And so this one's like, I'm trying, like, we're going to be like holding steady, because you can't manifest something else. You can't climb up if you're not holding steady. So that's what this energy is going to do. So that's positive, right? That's positive. It's going to give you that whoop, you know, like, so that you're not sliding downhill out of control, right? Spiraling out of control. Look, and that's internal energy I'm talking about. Okay, so some things that you know, want to touch base on is, I mean, everybody's talking about it, but there's some key things that we're going to. So now I'm shifting into geopolitical. This is where I'm tapping into this energy, right? None of this is new. I mean, I've been kind of a truth seeker and studying, you know, occultism and esoteric Christianity for at least a decade, maybe longer. But of course, we were digging in much harder, like recently, because all of this stuff has been prophesized for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And even if you've been well studied, I would consider myself a mild to moderate well studied person. No, I'm no expert. Please don't ever take anything I'm saying. Always take it with a grain of salt and like trust your own intuition, okay? And I'm always going to reveal to you the sources that I use, okay? And you should look at them yourself, where I got the information and what you think, what you personally think of the information, okay? Well, Elon Musk bought Twitter. Everybody's talking about that. I've had my own personal, you go back on the geopolitical ones that I've done before that you guys liked. On one hand, I like kind of publicly what he's doing, but I'm still very uncertain of the agenda. And when we start going back to Mars and the agenda with Mars with Elon and all the strange stuff that he does, there's always something very interesting going on with Elon Musk, okay? Anything surrounding it. But the thing that concerns me the most right now is the transhuman movement, where he's trying to project consciousness into a machine. It's frightening. I mean, look, right now I'm staring into a cell phone, a device that's going to go onto the internet so that you can look at it. And I've got this light in my face. You know what I mean? This is not normal. The rise of AI is extremely concerning to me. And I was really tapping in the rise of AI. Still, you heard me saying stuff like that in the last ones I did, right? I'm really concerned about the rise in AI and robots. A lot of people are. It's not just me. But what's scary is the general public is not really paying attention to this. I mean, like right now I'm staring into a phone with a huge light ring around it, talking to you about spiritual stuff. I mean, is that not concerning to you? I mean, we have to get out and express these things, right? This is how we build communities, but these are online communities. Well, the reason why this is such, for a million reasons, that we could never make a video that long, you know what I mean? It would waste, okay? You can look back at them and stuff, but this was definitely what was a message that was really coming through to me, because spiritual messages, real ones, are really ambiguous and sometimes very subtle, and we kind of have to unpack that. And like I said, I was running late, and so I don't think this video is going to give you the channeling that you probably look. So I'll probably do another one. I know you guys really liked them and stuff, so. Hearing my rants and stuff, but you know, the reason why is it so concerning to me? Because my profound, I mean, like the thing that's closest to my heart is always God, the Holy Spirit, nature. I have a huge intimate connection with nature, and the human spirit. That's why I'm like talking to you guys about spiritual stuff, like connecting with people who are like-minded like that. So, you know, it's look, we don't know we're going to tap into a little bit. We're going to read some energy about this crap tonight, okay? We'll see how long YouTube leaves it up, right? All right. Well, first thing I'm going to do, I was out in the forest this afternoon, connecting with nature. If you don't know anything about grounding, you should really look it up and try it out. I mean, I take my shoes and socks off. I walk on the earth, and it was raining today, so that's always the best because it has an opportunity, you know, because that's something like when our ancients and stuff like that, they were like so connected with the earth, and she's our mother, and very healing, very grounding. And actually, if you really want to get into well, like I said, most of you know I'm a PhD student, so I have access to like scholarly databases and stuff like that. It's not free, I'll tell you that. It's very expensive. It's very expensive, right? But it works a lot for like chronic pain. It's really supportive to our body's natural immune system. See, that's what I'm talking about. I don't want to go into anything like some people are literally like, you've seen those, right? Like those, like, I don't even know what they call those. You've seen them, right? Like Elon Musk is part of this. So please pump the brakes, because they put this goggle thing on and they go and check out into some virtual reality. So like with video games, with okay, social media, like, okay. Well, most of you know I'm more of an empath. I have more lunar psychic abilities. So like I'm feeling all of this, like, oh, people, like a lot, like shit tons, 5G, all of that, shit tons of people are just going to check out into like a virtual reality. Probably in effort to escape this reality that we're in right now. But why are they doing that? I'm sorry. I have an uncle. He was an engineer. So he has kind of like, forgive me, I'm getting a little, it's kind of like a semi-hard-on for Elon Musk, right? Because of the, like, Elon Musk really does do like hardcore engineering, right? Extremely intelligent. Everything he does is really interesting. He's interesting to listen to. But I give him a side eye. Right? Because I was telling him, I'm like, Uncle, I'm like, you know, there's some things you need to, like, there's some agendas that you need to really pump the brakes, you know? I like what he's doing publicly, taking the bullhorn away, right? But with Twitter or whatever, but I give that guy the side eye. But yeah, I know. There's people who really support him. And my uncle's one of them. I'm not saying that I don't. I'm not saying that I don't. I just say that I'm, color me skeptical, okay? That he's this humanitarian fighting for the freedom of speech. Okay, that's what he's publicly saying. But I was out in the forest today, and inspired by Beltane being tomorrow, I'm going to pull you an oracle from the fairy forest. Awen. Yeah, Celtica is typically related more to Wales than Ireland or Scotland. Alwyn. Gift, divine, inspiration, and awakening. Yeah, the Alwyn also, like, if you really start reading up on how, well, it's, when it's said correctly, it sounds like a sigh. Howin, right? Isn't she beautiful? Yeah, so my teaching about Alwyn, you know, from my teachers and stuff like that is it's more about, you've seen it before, like it's like the triple spiral and stuff like that in Celtic symbology, steganography, whatever you want to call it. It's ancient symbols, right? It's about the continuum. Our ancestors, us, and then our descendants that go beyond us, right? So we're talking about that timeline, that lineage, right? This is what we're talking about when we're reading Geo-Political, though, is with Beltane, like, you gonna merge with the machine or not? I know I'm not. I know they're gonna make it so hard because, like, look at, I got this phone and this light in my face, right? But I have such a strong connection to God, to nature, to the human spirit. You know, I am very leery of anything connected too deeply to AI and the rise in AI or robotics, transhumanism. I don't want to merge with the machine. Why would I want to do that? I don't want them creating energetic blockages. I mean, it's hard enough to push through the fluoride and all the shit. You see how they don't want us to be psychic? They don't want us to tap into our gifts. And we're going to already, like, if you got to get a running start and penetrate that shit. By the way, you have the ability to do that. You're just going to have to try a lot harder, okay? Okay, I'm going to pull you another oracle, and then we are going to focus on the geopolitical energy tonight. But before we do that, you know I always like to open with prayer. That black cat is good luck here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People are always like, I adopted my cat. She comes from a black cat rescue. Somebody approached me. I didn't approach them. You know, you don't adopt a black cat. They adopt you, okay? I always had affection for black cats, but I never knew that I would have one living here with me. She's so cute. She's little. She's got her personality, though, you know. But people treat them bad, or they don't want to adopt them and stuff like that because they think that they're bad luck or they're superstitious and stuff like that. No, Venus has been good luck for me. She's good luck. She's brought good luck to my house. And that's what it's saying. Okay, so the continuum. Your ancestors, you, and your descendants. You know, your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, right? We've got some good luck here. I mean, we're in Taurus season now, right? We're on a black moon. Like, we're manifesting our dreams. We're manifesting our goals. And we're going to be backed by good luck. The luck of the Irish, baby. Well, you know, yeah. Tomorrow's Beltane. So that's when they dance around the maypole and they weave those ribbons into Celtic designs. And actually, like, a reader like me would read those Celtic designs. And then they would be able to predict, kind of like the Farmer's Almanac does now, how the crops and stuff were going to go. Okay, so that's ancient times, and that makes sense, right? Well, we're doing that right now in a modern way. With a big ring light on a phone, on an iPhone that's going to go on the internet. But we're going to be using an ancient 10-card tarot spread. I don't do this one very often. All right, so we say, Most High God, Most High God, Most High God, Most High God. we just ask you to give me discernment when I read these geopolitical energies. Just ask you for protection. Because we know some of those energies on a geopolitical scale are pretty negative and pretty dark, right? We're doing this for our own personal and spiritual development, and kind of so that we can kind of be able to kind of learn how to maybe not manipulate those energies, but learn how to be aware of what's really happening behind the scenes. Be aware, and so we can know how to protect ourselves, know how to prepare ourselves, know how to ground ourselves. Just ask that you give me these messages, Lord, in a way that I can articulate them in the way that my viewers can understand them and relate to them. I need to say, God fights my battles. God fights my battles. God fights my battles. No weapon formed in the spirit or in the physical shall prosper. I am highly, 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 highly protected, as are my viewers. And divinely, divinely, divinely favored in Jesus' holy name. Amen. Okay. So anytime that a reading starts, anything that I say or I'm talking about or a song in the background or anything that happens is either a sign, a symbol, or a confirmation, okay? Yes, actually somebody gave me like old school original Rider-Waite. Not the mass produced one that people are buying now. Somebody gave me a really, really awesome one, and like inside the box they gave all these extra things, and this, they had a couple different spreadsheets that had different, you know, maybe less popular tarot spreads. And this is one of them that was in there, and actually it's really interesting and kind of fun to do, because I mean, like, and I should probably do, and I will, I promise so much, but you know me, I'm always multitasking because I'm so freaking busy, because I work and I'm a PhD student. I don't mean to keep repeating that, but if this is the first time you've ever looked at one of these videos on my channel, which was part of the reason why I was so late to get into open up the charts and start reading about. I was so late, but I was taking the salt bath and stuff this afternoon looking at that, and I was like, you know, yeah. My biggest concern right in this instant is so many things, right? Like, how can you even describe it, right? Oh, this is really unusual energy. But you know, the good news is I mean, I have an intention to create peace. I have an intention to create abundance. I have an intention to create new communities and harmonies, you know, which is what we're doing right here, right now, you know. Okay, so maybe we can't, it's a lot of forces against us to stop it completely, because it's all very, very hidden, right? But we can set boundaries, for sure. We can set boundaries on how much we're going to indulge in that, you know. I mean, my loyalty is always to God, number one. Number two, nature. I have such a close relationship with nature. I was just out in the forest this afternoon. Like I said, I take my shoes and socks off. I walk on the earth barefooted in the rain. I sit there, I listen to the rain. I smell the earth. I breathe her in. I mean, take that energy in. It's cleansing. It's healing. And honestly, like, I want to stay organic. I have no desire to merge with the machine. Are you fucking kidding me? Excuse my language. I know. This is a spiritual channel, and I know YouTube does not like it. And a lot of my viewers don't like it. They don't like to hear me swearing. Forgive me. I drop some F-bombs sometimes. Yeah. But I still just have to be me. See, that's what I mean. Like, I'm more interested in being an organic, crazy, kooky, whatever you want to call it, organic human being. I am not interested in merging with machines or going into virtual realities. Yeah, reality bites. Reality sucks. You know, but it also is organic, and it teaches us and grows our human spirit, right? All right. You gonna give me something? Okay, so the first card on this spread is our present position. Basically, the current atmosphere influencing the geopolitical energy right now. Haha! The Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. I mean, she gets a bad rap. She does. Like, she's like this raving bitch. You know, she's super cutting. She's super defensive. Well, you know what? This bitch has got a knife. Amen. Okay? It's not a real knife. It's just an energy.